What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We'll be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading that we do every trading day. Today is the first day of trading week and also first monthly opening. We see that gold, first of all, looking at the chart, has done exactly according to the analysis that I posted yesterday. You can watch that and see how this happened. Like the past week, this week also gold is doing exactly as it is according to the weekly forex forecast and according to the analysis. Now this is a really good time to look at gold, how we can trade this instrument at this point. So let's see. I still couldn't find an entry because I was looking at gold to find the best entry possible. To find the best entry is most important when you are trading. So let's find out how we can find the trading opportunity in this live session if we find, and we'll go through all of them. Just starting up a trading day and starting up a trading week, patience is the key, guys. Keep in mind, jumping on a trade is always easy. You can press the button and jump on a trade, but best trade is always not much few. So as a trader, the most important part is two things. One is look for the direction of the market. We found the direction exactly as it is. Now we need to find an entry candle to enter the trade. So before I begin this important session, make sure, guys, you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Make sure you press all of them before I begin this session. Awesome week. We wanna spend a great trading week like every week. So let's see. First of all, I'll begin with gold, guys, because I'm really I love to trade gold, as you know that. And as you can see, gold previous session has formed this long bearish engulfer crossing both 10 and 20 EMA and also engulfing this narrow doji. Now what I'm expecting on gold to go ahead and test this 20 EMA as well as this doji. This support is super important because if you can see that gold has broken this long-term support now. Okay, now this support is broken, and the best way to trade with high probability, keep in mind, is that not to predict a breakout only, but also wait for a retest of the support or a resistance and then to enter the trade, and then you can hold the trade for longer time. As you know that more often or not there is a false breakout then the real breakout. So screen out the false breakout from the real breakout. The best way is to wait for the price to retest the level. So if I look at daily, as you know that I always look first on daily in any trading, and then I look at higher and lower time frame to see. Now from the daily perspective, if you have reviewed my previous day's analysis where it was made, this is the daily chart. As you can see, this is the last day of trading week. The daily candle has closed like that, and when this analysis was made, this is what I mentioned, that gold may break this daily support, and gold has done exactly as it is. Again, give a big like so that you can see more and more content like that. Now why did I predict it that way? I'm sure that for those who have seen the analysis probably in a trade or you know had a good understanding of the market. Now what's the reason behind? As I explained in my analysis as well, that this is a bullish structure. Okay, now this is a typical bullish structure. When you see a bullish impulse on the market like that, okay, and then a triangle, this market in supposed to trend to the upside, okay, like that. Now before it is trending, it normally grabs liquidity from the top. If it initially grab liquidity from the top, it is highly likely that it will come down to grab liquidity, and then you see that it is trending to the upside. Now we haven't seen any kind of significant liquidity grab from the support. As a result, this market is likely to break down and it has done that. As you can see, the price in fact has a big drop so far. So let's find out where we can now take this opportunity. Now the way it has broken, I'm very pretty confident that I could be wrong. As I mentioned, that anything can happen in trading. I also get wrong, but for me, in my opinion, what I think that gold might be coming to this daily 20 EMA where there's 1930 738 level, which is very possible, and there is a big liquidity in that zone. And if it comes to the daily 20 EMA, would be a very good buy opportunity on the lower time frame as well. So we'll be waiting for both sell and buy on the lower time frame based on where the price is. Now this daily 20 EMA is a high liquidity zone, and this is the feasting area where you will have a good opportunity for long-term trading to the upside from the daily 20 EMA. But in the meantime, we have a very high probability now for price to drop to the daily 20 EMA. But before dropping, you can see on the daily the price already has made a move. Now with that move, what we need now, a pullback to the upside. Now I'll be waiting for a pullback, which is very important for an entry opportunity. The way the price action is going, we should see some pullback to the upside, especially along this doji area, could give us a very good opportunity to sell gold. And let me know in the chat, guys, which one you are up to, and then we can discuss together what's your thought and idea. Don't hesitate to ask any question on the live chat. Thank you. Hi from South Africa. Thank you for joining from South Africa. So what are your thought on future likes? Yes, opening with gaps is the type support demand imbalance. Okay, so there is a high probability that okay, we'll talk about it. Give me one moment, guys. Just I had to take a half a minute break for something emergency. I'll come back in just half a minute. Don't forget to stay there. One moment. I'll just take a half a minute break and coming back to you guys. Okay guys, I'm back in big business. Amazing. Okay, so let's rock it up now. Okay, so with that being said, now what we see that from the higher time frame perspective and from the lower time frame perspective, we see that there is a very high probability for gold to continue to drop. We need a retest of this level. So let's find out. This is the 4-hour time frame. We will be looking at lower time frame as well, but let's do the analysis on the higher time frame. So we first have a zone that 1938 is where the daily 20 EMA, and we are expecting it to drop here right now, where we can find entry in that case. So let's find out the levels that gold might be testing to the upside, and let's see where we can find an entry. Entry is very important because you need to maintain a good probability or risk to reward when you are entering the trade. So for me, this is the 4-hour chart. As you can see, this current candle also closing in just 15 minutes time. And for me to find an entry with a very high probability after closing of this candle, what I would expect that gold to have upward movement, okay, upside movement, break at least this high, okay, and then testing this, either this resistance here as a resistance, any kind of without going up for a pullback. I will not be interested to sell on the 4-hour. But if we look at for the lower time frame, such as on the 1 hour, you can see that there is already narrow doji is being formed, and from the 1 hour, this is the opening candle, okay, of the session, today's candle, which is a big long bearish engulfer. The price has opened with this big gap opening and a long bearish engulfer. Now, and back to back, we saw that again there is another drop on the 1 hour. So I will be waiting for the price to go ahead and test this zone here. Again, there is a 1 hour 20 EMA on exactly on that level that we have drawn. So if you look at this 1 hour chart, we see this level that we have just drawn. This is the support here, okay, which is turning resistance here. Also, this is the support here and turning resistance here, okay. So that level will be acting here along with this 20 EMA acting here as resistance, and we'll be waiting for gold to go ahead and give us some entry opportunity along the zone, and then we can sell gold for a very, very good risk to reward ratio, keeping stop loss above this high if we see rejection from here, or if we see that the gold is not going there, okay, then if we see a very strong bearish price action along the zone, we can expect to sell gold along the zone even from the lower time frame. Based on how the price action is forming, we will be looking for potential trading opportunity. First, best to look at the bit higher time frame for an entry opportunity to see where is the best place to enter, and then we can pinpoint the lower time frame for a potential entry. So yeah, let's look at gold for potential selling opportunity in the upcoming session. There is a London and New York session coming, so you will have some really good time for selling gold today. Yadu, good morning. Thank you, Yadu. Sundar, good afternoon, sir. Thank you. Mr. Techno, good morning, sir. Thank you. Mr. Techno. Manab, good morning, sir. Manab, thank you. What are the possibility of pullback in gold 1961? Very good question. This is what I'm expecting. Exactly, there is a probability. There could be, there could not be. Okay, so if it is not going there, okay, if it is straight dropping from here, then if we find opportunity on the way, yeah, we'll be taking. But always, trading is not, you can trade from anywhere, okay. You can trade from, looking at the 5 minutes, and then you can look for trading opportunity. But the smartest way to trade is, you see this one here, double top, and this kind, when the market create an extremely overextended, okay. So for example, let me show you what do I mean by this. For example, look at this one here, okay. Let's say how I look at the market engine, I'm just explaining. You can see that there's a big drop here, okay, and then there is another bearish price action, okay. This is trending down, right? It's trending down, and yeah, trading with the trend is always the best idea, as you know that. And probably everyone will be interested to sell, seeing that, okay, gold is dropping, let's sell. I'm trading with the trend, you might say. Okay, I have my stop loss above the swing high, and I can target 2 to 1. Very comfortable trade, trading with the trend, stop loss above all this swing high, everything's fine. But at the end of the day, you see that one also is going in the zone that you don't want to be. So why this? Because trading with the trend, but when you saw that market has broken completely opposite direction of the trend, and this is a very important swing high here, you can see that this is a swing high, and that point is an extreme point for the seller, right? So we see that the price has gone there, okay, and you can see that from that zone, from that level, you saw double top has formed, okay. Now this is a very good place for a potential selling opportunity, and you can see that that's where you can take the big trade and hold it and then make money from the market like this. So we'll be waiting for this kind of opportunity, Okay, it's always best to wait for the best opportunity. Now from the 5 minutes, we looks to me that the market might be forming some local bullish structure here. This is the 5 minute chart. As you can see, it formed an inverted head and shoulder here. It doesn't mean that it will drop, but the way we see that, we could see some local movement to the upside which is needed. And for me, this level will be crucially important. If gold is managed to go there, okay, to this 62-63 level, even breaking this high, okay, that could be a very extreme point where we can look for potential selling opportunity after a rejection. Okay, so we'll be watching. As soon as I find my setup, I'm jump on a trade, and also I'll give it to the students who are trading with us. So let's find out how we can see the trading opportunity in the market. In the meantime, as I mentioned, guys, make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So what are the possibility to pull back? Okay, so there is a probability, still there is a probability to pull back to that level. So any break of this 1960 level, I'll be waiting for a selling opportunity. I think there could be, or even it could go to test the doji here. Okay, there are back-to-back two dojis, because see, in a healthy market, all right, in a healthy market, there is always if you see a market that is healthy, for example, like that, okay, healthy market, and any breakout should be accompanied by a retest. Okay, so you see that this market, there's a support here, support here, support here, support here, support here, which turn resistance here. Okay, and that could be the healthiest way to trade the market, to go ahead and test this support as a resistance and then to drop. So any kind of market that needs to be tested, the support needs to be tested as resistance for a healthy movement in the market. Good morning, Prince, thank you for joining here. There is a gap opening, very good question. This is what I was discussing. We'll discuss more on this one. Gap opening, weekend gap is very important. Hello sir, good morning, happy to be the member of the Forex Wizard Academy family and your student. Akshay, yeah, I have seen that. Thank you for joining our lifetime membership program. I'm sure that you'll enjoy here. There's a lot of things to take from here. You know, this is where we help traders to gain financial freedom, because this is the main goal of the academy. Any kind of, you know, there has to have a, you know, even I would say that in an individual level also, you should have a vision for what you want out of trading or anything. That's how the things happens, that how the things come. So what I would recommend you, that anyone, you know, want to be established as a trader, you need to, you know, find a plan for yourself. Okay, in yesterday's video, also in the YouTube, I have discussed that you know, the emotion is a big player in the game of trading, as you know that, because, you know, if you're a complete beginner, probably you may not understand what I'm telling, but if you have little bit of experience, you know that actually how the emotion plays a big role in trading. Because in fact, emotion will ruin your, you know, trading account if you don't know how to you know, combat that emotion. Because we all are human being and we are emotional being, and that makes us a human. Because if you go to an animal, for example a dog or a cat or a cow, they don't have emotion, right? Or they we don't know, in fact they have or no, but they can't express their emotion, or maybe they express in a different way. But we human have emotions, and you can't get rid of emotion. You only can do is that you can override that emotion with a different kind of emotion. Now I frequently get an answer from you guys that how can you overcome fear or greed in trading. This is a very effective method if you really struggling from fear and greed or any kind of emotion, any kind of reaction in trading that is not being able, not letting you to be profitable. That I'll say that the best way is to look at the bird's eye view. So what is a bird's eye view? This is also a stoic concept. So stoics, I don't know you know or not. So stoicism is a very very rich enriched philosophy. uh, there are many great stoics philosophers such as on Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor. He was influenced by a slave called Epictetus. Epictetus was a slave. See how the dynamics works. A Roman emperor in that time, he was one of the most powerful human being on earth. He was influenced by that time a slave who was a slave in a place. So they enrich that philosophy of stoicism. So they have a way to look at things. It's called the bird's eye view. So how do you look at, for example, imagine yourself a bird flying on the sky and look at the ground and see how it looks like that. You see everything in detail from the top, all the buildings, ocean, forest, road, cars. By looking that way, actually human or the stoics or everyone feel like that how small we are in comparison with the world around us, how small we are, how tiny bit of information that we have with the in comparison with the whole universe. So bird's eye view really creates a bigger change. So you can look at a bird's eye view in your life. So for example, if you are as a trader, you are having a fear in trading, is because our focus become very narrow and smaller and a very small place. So if you look at, let's say, what happened yesterday or today in your trading, you will feel that emotion. But if you can broaden your view, look at from the top, bird's eye view, look at your life from the next 5 years, for the next 5 years or next 3 years. Okay, so while you are trading, for example, you wanna quit your job, or you wanna make a side hustle, or you wanna buy something for the people you love, or you want to create something different that you want currently you have in your life. So when you look at that bigger picture, the smaller detail will not create that much of emotion, because focus is everything. Where your attention goes, energy goes, keep in mind. So if you focus on one trade that you had a stop loss hit, your energy will go there and it will determine what happened, and your mind will say that okay, you are not doing well, you are not a good trader. It will translate in your head, and then you started to think that you are not a good trader, and you start to prove that more and more, doing having more bad trades. But if you focus is bigger, let's say you say that okay, I had a two trade that not did do well, but I'm learning. After 5 years, I'm in that place. I'm a big trader. I'm doing very well. I have the life that I wanna create. I have a trading account that I can generate consistent income. It's possible. Okay, if you can overcome fear and greed, it's possible to generate consistent income from a trading account. It's possible. So in that way, so once you think that way, this smaller detail that happening will not generate fear. So what you are doing is you're overwriting the current emotion with a bigger, a bit stronger emotion that is coming up for you, being bring the future in the present. And that's the most effective way to overcome fear. Think big, think about the future. Don't quit and keep going, and then you become a profitable trader. So let's see, there's a candle close on US oil. So we see that US oil, there's a big gap opening, and we'll talk about the gold gap opening as well. Let me see that what's happening with gold. There's a candle close, and I think you can see that this is also a bearish candle, but I'll be waiting for a little bit of pullback to the upside. Let me see if there is any opportunity here. We see that there is, as you can see, there's a back-to-back two red candle. Let me see on US30. We saw that US30 has formed back-to-back three dojis. S&P 500 strongly bullish. Nasdaq, okay, Nasdaq has so far pulled back. Okay, I think that all of them is in a pullback. As you can see on the monthly close, the price has formed open with a gap and now coming down. Okay, so looking at US30 also doing the same thing. Okay, let me see. US oil had a big gap opening, almost it has gone, it opened, it market closed at 75.63, gap opening with ridiculously big gap open at 81.41, and I think that we could see now the gap should be filled. So should be the CAD also doing the same thing. I think the CAD also has a big gap opening. Now dollar CAD, okay, for me, I think that dollar CAD might be reversing. Okay, let me see, because if you look at the monthly on dollar CAD, this is a long-term bull market. Okay, I think the dollar CAD might give us a very good trading opportunity. Okay, let me see. This is a very important level of support on dollar CAD. Now there's a big gap opening on the daily. Okay, so for dollar CAD, I think dollar CAD will reverse from here. There's NFP coming, as you know that there is quite a few high impact news coming on CAD and dollar. So if I look at this support, we see there's a gap down and then the price is going up. It's still in downtrend. Okay, so any kind of reversal here on USD CAD, we will have a buying opportunity. Now USD CAD, as you can see, there's one candle, two candles, three candles. So three candles to the upside, but it's still the market is trending. Okay, now what we'll be waiting on dollar CAD is for the price to give us potential any kind of reversal, probably a double bottom or any kind of price action will give us potential trading opportunity on USD CAD. Okay, so we'll be looking for potential bullish trading opportunity in dollar CAD. All right, so after seeing the reversal and looking at other instrument, GBPUSD also back-to-back two sessions very strongly bearish. Now in all of them, I'll be looking for a pullback. Looks like that they are in fact now bearish. Okay, for the short term. Looking at weekly on GBPUSD, first of all monthly, this is the monthly candle, just has been opened. Okay, what I see that GBPUSD on the monthly, once the market open, there is a big rejection happen to the downside. Okay, so GBPUSD, the way it has opened, I think that we should see some more drop, okay, on the monthly before going to the upside. Looking at the weekly, already we have seen that this is the opening so far, has come to the halfway. I think this candle might be breaking this weekly low. Okay, because there is a liquidity here in that zone, and we could see this week the market is hitting that support, grabbing the fuel, and then we could see that market is going to the upside. So GBPUSD also a very high probability, and there is a daily 20 EMA, and I think that even today we could see a retest of this daily 20 EMA, or even today or tomorrow we should see that we could see. Keep in mind, everything is educational. It's just a probability. I think that the market might be hitting the daily 20 EMA. Now from the 4-hour perspective, this could be a very important level for taking profit target for the selling opportunity. But for me, I think now we should see back-to-back 2 sessions we have seen drop. Now we could see a pullback to the upside, okay, on GU. All right, and any kind of pullback to the upside, okay, along the zone will give us a very nice selling opportunity from this level to this level. Okay, so I will be seller on GU, as we see that GU is now showing a very strong bearish price action, and we have seen that there is in fact a double top here on GU. You have seen my weekly forex forecast analysis. There's a long bearish engulfer. Now with that bearish engulfer, the price has created this long bearish engulfer followed by a narrow candle. Now every candle is creating a long bearish candle. Now we need to see a pullback because already an impulse occur. If we take our Fibonacci from high to the low, we can see that the price has come to 38.2% Fibonacci, and then we see that there is a 61.8% Fibonacci level. Okay, so with that said, I'll be waiting for the price to go ahead and test this level. And then to be rejected to the downside. Yeah, so this level could be a very important place for a potential selling opportunity on GBP USD. As you can see, there is a crossover, and from the lower time frame we should see that there is a high probability now for the price to go ahead and test this level, where there is a 4-hour 20 EMA. Also there is a crossover and there is a gap opening here, so it's a very important area of value, and I will be looking for a potential selling opportunity on GBP USD. All right guys, so let me know in the chat how you are doing. Good morning, coach. Thank you. I'll look at it. Good morning. Mambukani, good morning, sir. I would like to understand, when you trade in lower time frame, what should look for when following you from 1st January. What's the question that you said? Good morning, sir. I would like to understand, when you trade in lower time frame, what should look for in... Okay, so very good question. What should you look for when you are trading on the lower time frame? Very good question. Good morning, Vijay. Thank you. Trade Mind, thank you for being here. Okay, I'll talk about it. First of all, the question is, when you are trading on the lower time frame, what should you look for? Okay, firstly, if you really like, firstly explain that, let's say you are trading on the 5 minutes, okay, and or in the 15 minutes. Now what should you look for when you are trading on the such a lower time frame on 5 minutes or 15 minutes? The first thing that I look, okay, everyone has his own way of doing. I'm sure that your way also very good way, but the way I look at is, I first, let's say when I'm trading on the 5 minutes especially, my focus become on the 4 hour, because let's say on the 4 hour, when I see a candle that is highly bearish, so I know that the next session next 4 hour will drop. Okay, try to understand what I'm saying. Let's say I look at a 4 hour candle that is bearish signal, strong sell signal. Now I know that the next session the price will drop. Because next session the price will drop, and it may not drop straight away from where the candle, the previous one, has closed. So what it could do, it could go up for a pullback. Now when the price will go up for a pullback, there will be a zone where the price will start to move to the direction that I'm expecting. So the key points here in the 5 minutes is to find out that zone when the price will take a U-turn and jumping on a sell trade and take the full move to the direction. Okay, so for example, let me give you an example by drawing, and then I'll show you on the chart. Let's say a candle like this. Okay, let's say a movement happened like that, pullback, and then a sell candle like this. Okay, big sell candle. All right, now according to my strategy, let's say I have a strategy that I mostly use on the higher time frame, on the 4 hour, and I also recommend my students to use on the higher time frame. Now according to my trend following strategy, as an example, it has given me a sell signal. Okay, this is sell here. Now if I'm trading on the 4 hour, okay, I can sell, keep a stop loss according to the strategy. But if I'm trading on the lower time frame, such as on the 5 minutes, then what I do is, because I have a sell signal, I know that the next one I'm expecting to drop. So then it may not drop straight from here. What it could do, initially you could see a drop and then uprise certain level, and then it will drop again. That's what my expectation, right? Now the trading on the lower time frame, best is to find the point where after going up it is U-turning, and if I know that point, then when it is U-turning, that is when I will be entering the sell trade with a tight stop loss and big profit target. This is how I trade on the lower time frame. Now the point is, how do you find that candle that will tell you that, okay, this is the candle, okay, sell. Now in an absolute point of view, you will never be able to tell exactly this is the candle. If someone knows it, he become billionaire overnight. But there is a probability from experience, from your strategy, that there will be always a high probability that the market will drop from here and let's sell. This is how it works. Now if I give you an example, let's say this is what I was talking about, the goal that we talked, that what I was waiting for the goal to reach that zone. That's why you saw that I looked at 5 minutes, and at the same time I'm looking at 4 hours. Now why? Because this is the very important level of resistance. Okay, now on the 4 hour, this is a very important area of value, and also this 20 EM also a very important area of value, and this is also very important area of value. Now once the price is crossing that zone, that red area, and 5 minutes is where we look for potential selling. Now you can see that you already have seen this 5 minutes. You see that this candles double top is in fact a signal on the higher time frame, gave you sell possibility. If you draw this level here, you see that before it is coming to double top, already you had a signal on the higher time frame, such as on the 4 hour. There is already a long bearish engulfer. Okay, there is a bearish engulfer, and the price has gone up, tested this level, and then given you potential selling opportunity. So this is how normally the market moves, and always keep in mind that everything is always a probability. There is always possibility to happen something that you did not expect. So that's why it is always best to do the proper risk management. So to summarize that, when I trade on the lower time frame, I first look at higher time frame, especially if I trade on the 5 minutes. I look at on the 4 hour, wait for give me a sell signal on the 4 hour, and then I wait for the price to go ahead and on the lower time frame to go for a pullback, either buy or sell, and try to find a point where the market is about to return, and then I sell or buy from there, stop loss in the right place and take profit. And that's how every professional who are really truly successful, profitable, they trade in that way, because this is the best way to trade in my opinion. But as I mentioned that you could have a better way, so share us your idea also in the chat. We also want to know, everyone have their own way of doing things, and I truly respect that way. Also I want to know, or others want to know, anyone have different way of doing, share your ideas in the live chat. Let us know how you are doing in your trading. Thank you. Good morning, Vijay. Thank you. Thanks for that. Syed, sir, please tell us about the strategy used in EMS. Okay, we'll talk about it. Euro NZD. Thank you. Your video are so helpful. My account is growing. God bless you. English new Forex. Thank you. That's what you need actually. That's what you need. Grow your account, be a profitable trader, and everything is intended to do that. Intention is the key, because the reason your account is growing is because you are doing a good job. Okay, you are following the right strategy, you are following the right education, you are doing the right thing for your account, and that's why your account is growing. Now here is the key points, is the intention. Everything released in this channel with an intention to help the traders. Okay, intention is the key points to do anything. So let me look at we'll jump on that again. Let me look at the chart again. What's happening? We see that gold, as you can see, is now going up for a pullback, which is needed. Okay, which is needed for an entry. Okay, the market will never move in one direction, as you know that. Let me look at AUD CAD. Okay, we might see AUD CAD, as you can see, has a big bearish, big gap opening. Okay, AUD CAD might come down. AUD NZD. Let me look at Aussie Yen. Let me do CHF. We saw that there is a big AUD CHF might be coming down. Okay, CAD CHF, JPY, AUD USD. I'm just looking at all of them to see, guys, which one is doing what. Euro CHF. Okay, look like that. CAD JPY pairs really, JPY looks like getting weaker. As you can see, CAD JPY is pushing high. So let me look at euro dollar going up for a pullback, which is needed, as I mentioned. Okay, and GJ looks like that. GJ trying to create bullish momentum. Looking at the daily, yeah, we could see that the market might be going up. GBP CHF. Now from the daily, GBP CHF might be coming down for a short term, but it's a bull market. Okay, so if I look at the 4 hour, this one might return back up again to test this 20 EMA, and then we could see GBP CHF will will create a short-term drop. Okay, this is on the 4-hour, it is a bearish market, and I think that this one might be coming down to this level it might create a downtrending movement here. If you look at the weekly, we can see that this is the weekly doji. You can see there is a series of lower high here. So GBP CHF high probability will drop, and it might test this weekly support, very high probability. Okay, or it might break further and then could continue to drop. So from the monthly, we can see there is a big long wick candle. You can see that. So it will try to fill some of the long wick, some part of this wick, because it's an imbalance. As you know, the market doesn't like imbalance. Okay, and the smart traders look for the imbalance to find the trading opportunity. GBP CHF has an imbalance here on the monthly, which could come down to fill, and from the weekly that we see series of lower high from this resistance level. So we could see further movement to the downside, but before moving from here, what I think we might see a little bit push to the upside. So from the 4-hour, this is the candle. Already you can see cross quite a few sessions high, quite a few sessions doji, and you know, this one, okay, any movement to the upside will give us further possibility to sell. What I think that it might go up again to test the zone, or may not go up, but it is looking like that GBP CHF is dropping for a further movement to the downside. Looking at all of them just quickly, GBP USD is now pullback, is in a pullback. NZD CAD also look like bearish. NZD CHF also look like bearish. Gold now going up for a pullback, which is needed. USD CHF, NZD USD, dollar CAD. So dollar yen, okay, we saw the previous session has a big liquidity grab. Now the price is moving to the upside. I think dollar yen will continue to rise. This is a very strongly bullish market. If I look at the monthly, we saw a wickless candle on the monthly, not wickless, little bit weak there, but I think dollar yen now will go ahead and test this monthly resistance zone in this movement. So dollar yen is bullish. Looking at weekly, we can see that there's a big bullish engulfer this week, and the price so far showing straight jump to the upside. From the daily, there is a doji. We see the market is now going up. Now the question is, should we buy from here, or we should see for me, you know, I need a little pullback to the downside. Especially I want to see this daily candle has crossed this doji's low, and only then I will be looking for a potential buying opportunity. So from the 4-hour perspective, we see that the market trying to create a bullish move. I will be waiting for the price to come down for a pullback, and then we'll look for potential bullish trading opportunity on dollar yen. So let's see, as you can see, this is the daily chart, and dollar yen again approaching another liquidity zone. There is a, you see there is a wickless candle on the daily. The price is approaching that zone, and any kind of, you know, which is almost nearly there. What I think that after hitting that level, this liquidity zone, we could see the dollar yen again coming down. And as you know, the price normally moves from liquidity to liquidity. Okay, this is like a station, from one station to the other station. That's how the price move. And I think that dollar yen is likely to go ahead and test this level, and then could come back down again, where we can find an entry. It is a bull market. I will be looking for potential buying opportunity in this market. So let me look at quickly all of them. USD ZAR, we see that bullish move. Good morning, coach. Can you check CHF, please? Yeah, absolutely. There is a CHF news coming today. Let's look at that, which is a very important pair, guys. Okay, so looking at the news calendar, yeah, we see that there is a news coming up later today at just in 5 minutes time. There is a CHF CPI news, so we'll look at this one here. Now let's see what's happening with a USD CHF. Okay, there is a news coming up on dollar Swiss franc, will be highly volatile now. Okay, so CHF news, which is CPI, is a high impact news. All right, so you see that 4:25 p.m. here, which is a 4:30 p.m. and let me see how it goes. Let me look at CHF dollar Swiss franc from the daily. It might go and test the daily 20 EMA in this move. So let's see how CPI impacting USD CHF. It will be really a good market mover at the moment. So in just 4 minutes time, okay, in the meantime I'm just looking at all of them. So dollar Swiss franc, I look at the daily, for me you can see this is also expected to go bullish initially. I think that if you look at the weekly bigger picture on dollar Swiss franc, already we have seen the price was creating series of higher low along the zone, and this is the weekly candle, and I think that we could see initially a bullish move, probably will break this weekly high, and then we could see that coming down. So from the daily perspective, we could see that yeah, there is a still probability for USD CHF to go up and test this resistance zone here. Okay, so there is a movement coming in the market, dollar Swiss franc. Let's see how it does. So in the meantime, guys, make sure that you give a big like. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds for the task of subscribing and pressing the like button. Thanks for that. Amazing. Okay, so we'll look at now gold, and will the news affect the gold? Little bit, because when dollar get affected, it normally a little bit impact the new gold, but I don't think that it will impact greatly on gold. Okay, we might see that mainly CHF. So gold normally fully affected by USD news. Okay, CHF, if unless if there is any serious bad news comes, that affect everything. You know that there is in 2015 maybe there was a big crash happen on CHF, so it impacted everything. So that's a different story. But for short term, normally mostly USD news impact everything. Okay, otherwise all of them, so individual currencies normally impact itself. Okay, so CHF, as you can see, we might see strengthening CHF. If you can see, it's now pushing to the upside. We might see strengthening on PX CHF, the way the price action I see. In that case, we could see that in this move the price is going ahead and testing the daily 20 EMA. Okay, that could be a very good area that the price might be testing this level, and then we might see that the price is coming back down again. So let's see the news. It says pending. Okay, let's see what's pending. Okay, 0.2%. So we could see a little bit of weakness. As a result, you can see the dollar is going up. Okay, and the weakness. So forecast was 0.4%, actual is 0.2%. So we have seen that initial weakness in CHF, and you can see this result, that actual and forecast. I think you understand these things, but if you don't understand, let me know. So it's easily defined here on the explanation. Okay, actual greater than forecast, good for currency. Very good. The simplest way you can understand from here. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So actual now less than forecast, so bad for currency. As a result, we see some weakness in CHF, which is causing dollar to get stronger. But if you look at GBP USD, you can see that there isn't much movement on this one. So that means that dollar is not getting affected, but the CHF itself getting weaker. It may not be a big move, but we could see some short-term movement to the upside. And I think with that move, the price might be going to test this daily 20 EMA, and then it even could be a short-term reversal. This is what in the weekly forex forecast, this is what exactly expected. I think that CHF USD CHF might be going for bullish for the short term. All right, so let's see what it does. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the market to move after the news release, because you know, traders need to digest what has been released before taking action. So that's why we see that sometimes you see that immediately you may not see much movement, but slowly it builds up. So you saw that there is a long middleman here with this big long candle, and afterwards we saw the market in fact has made a move. Now this is a very crucial resistance zone on the 4-hour on the USD CHF with this red bearish engulfer. If this price just has penetrated this resistance, okay, that means 0.9200, which is around 10 pip up, and if we see a doji has formed here, we could see a drop again. Okay guys, because this level is crucially important. There is already, it has a liquidity gap, so if it cross that high, we could see another drop from this zone. So let's see how it does. This current session candle is still 2.5 hours to go. So we see that little bit of weakness in CHF, so that means that we see also some weakness, like strengthening in gold. I think now gold will go up for a deeper pullback. Okay, so this pullback is crucially important for me, I think for everyone, for potential selling opportunity. Okay, so if we look at daily, we see that gold already has made a move from the daily perspective, and I think now the way the price might move on gold is that in the upcoming session, okay, in the upcoming session we could see pullback to the upside, and then from London or New York session again a drop. Okay, and for me, I think gold will drop to daily 20 EMA either today or tomorrow, and from that zone we will see that, we could see that, not we will, we could see, could be right, wrong, doesn't matter, we could see that and trending from here. So with that being said, now gold is doing exactly according to the analysis. It's coming down, let it break down, and then we'll look for buy for big, you know, long-term trade. But for selling, I'll be looking for gold now to go ahead and test this level. Now we saw a break of support on gold. Okay, and I'll recommend you to watch the analysis that I made, guys. If you're really passionate about trading and learning, the gold analysis that I posted yesterday will be a very good one for your education. Watch that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that anytime post anything, straight go to your home page and make sure you press that bell button so that you receive everything. So you see that gold has broken this support. I will be waiting for a potential opportunity. There is a support here, which is turning resistance, and on the retest of this support as a resistance, I'll look for selling opportunity on gold. Now, so gold is going up for a pullback. We'll be waiting for opportunity to sell. Let me look at, okay, so dollar Swiss franc. So Swiss franc got a little bit of short term, has got some short term weakness. And GBP USD, we see that, okay, GBP CHF, as I mentioned earlier, this one also has gone up, okay, as expected, to the 20 EMA. It will come back down again. High probability that it will come back down. There is a daily doji here, and the price is heading to this level. Okay, we could see now GBP CHF is going up and test this level. So you saw that, as you can see, a little bit of weakness in CHF that can give us from the 1 hour on GBP CHF. There is a big liquidity gap here. Just trying to see what CHF is trying to do. So you see that euro, as usual, got stronger. Okay, Eurujpy also has got stronger. So it's a buy alert according to our TF strategy on Eurujpy. I think that JPY getting weaker this month. We might see JPY getting weaker, and especially dollar yen is showing really good movement, and I will be really interested on selling dollar yen as soon as I will find an opportunity. I'm looking for an entry on dollar yen as well, along with gold. Okay, so gold is going up, especially if we see a very strong movement to the upside on gold along this zone, will give us a very good opportunity to sell. Okay, so in the next next couple of hours, we'll look at gold for a potential selling opportunity. Let's see where we can find that. Just looking at all the USD pairs. So if you look at the closely news calendar, we see that CHF already news release, so there is a weakness in CHF that could boost a little bit of strength in USD, and tonight there is a news coming up which is 12 AM in my time, so in your time could be different. So we'll be covering this news in our live session. So just in terms of timing wise, for those who are trading, so make sure that you stay connected to the next live session. Also make sure you subscribe and press the bell button. We are seeing the very good direction in the market, and we'll look for any kind of trading opportunity coming up. So 12 AM USD. So ISM manufacturing PMI, which is forecast to be 47.5. I will look for this one. If you see that CHF got weaker, and dollar might get stronger until that time the news, and then we could see again drop. So tomorrow there is a coming up AUD. Okay, we see that AUD news coming up tomorrow. So there is AUD, USD, and USD CHF all might be giving a very strong price action confirmation. So let's look at AUD USD, guys, to see. Now AUD USD, if I look at the daily, we can see that this market already from the daily perspective, there is a big long bearish candle. Now today, once the market opened, we have seen that there is in fact initial drop happened. This is what also expected in from us in our weekly forex forecast. You have seen that the market has dropped. Now what I will be waiting, if you look at the monthly, we see there is a monthly doji. Now doing a full multi-time frame analysis on AUD USD, let's see, there is a big long bearish engulfer on the monthly. You can see that now this bearish engulfer, if you closely look at that, you see there is a resistance here. Okay, this is a long-term historical bearish market structure. Okay, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Okay, with that resistance, the price has formed this long bearish engulfer followed by a doji. Now with the doji, so when you see in the direction of the trend a long bearish engulfer followed by a doji, it's a continuation pattern. So what I think that AUD USD could continue, could drop for short term at least. Now looking at weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, AUD USD has a big drop and then consolidation along the zone, triangular pattern. I think that now, as you can see, initially there was a drop. We could see some pullback to the resistance zone again. This is the weekly resistance, and from that zone we can expect another drop. Now from the daily, this is the daily opening. There is a 20 EMA above this daily high, and I think that the price might initially go ahead and test this level on the daily 20 EMA, and then we could see that the price is coming down. Now from the lower time frame perspective on AUD USD, you can see the price is now going up for a pullback. Already a drop happened. We can expect the price to go ahead and test this level here and then to drop. So with that said, what we will be waiting on AUD USD for the price to go ahead and test this level. So with that said, I will be waiting for AUD USD to give me potential selling opportunity in the zone. So yeah, we'll be looking for a potential selling opportunity on AUD USD. Let me know in the chat. Good day, coach. Thank you. Euro NZD and Eurojpy. Absolutely. Eurojpy analysis, please. Absolutely. Can we sell Eurojpy? Absolutely, we can. So EU, how to trade 5 minutes time frame? Marsan, a very good question. How to trade 5 minutes time frame? We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. Okay. Let me look at gold and then we'll discuss about that. Finally, if we have a final look on gold, so what I will be waiting on gold. Now as you can see, gold has done exactly according to the analysis. There is a big long bearish engulfer. Okay, now with that long bearish engulfer, we have seen that there is a red candle has formed from here, which is in fact another drop. Now back to back 2 sessions we have seen drop according to the analysis. Now if we look at this zone here, we can see that the price in fact has broken this local support, which was expected in our weekly forex forecast. Okay, we saw that this is the support here, support here, support here, support here, support here, and then we can expect the price to retest of this support as a resistance and then to give us another selling opportunity. So with that said, gold has given us a potential direction for selling. Now if you look at the daily, we see the market already below the support. What I will be waiting is for a pullback now to the upside. I think that gold will finally come to this daily 20 EMA, which is a very high probability to happen. So with that being said, any kind of pullback, especially breaking this high 1960 level and going to that zone, will give us, I will be looking at lower time frame entry opportunity in the upcoming time. So if you want to trade that with me, this gold, as you have seen, is doing exactly according to the plan. If you want to trade with me and also learn our strategies in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit the website, join us to become an independent trader and also learn our strategies, trade with us, and also be part of a VIP, a community where everyone is trading and discussing about everything happening in the trading world. So there's a link in the description. You can join us to speed up your learning process. So gold, I will be waiting for an entry in the next couple of hours. And now let's jump onto the question that how to trade 5 minutes time frame. So to trade on the 5 minutes time frame, the best way is to see, first of all, higher time frame. For example, on the 4 hour, you found a signal, sell signal, if you have a strategy or buy signal on the 4 hour, and then wait for the price to go to a zone according to the 4 hour candle, you can go to that zone and then wait for a lower time frame entry on the 5 minutes. For example, let's say this is a bearish candle, you found a sell here, wait for the price to go ahead and test this level, okay, on the 5 minutes, find an entry in an important area of value. So this is the best way I trade. There's a more to learn from it. It's not a like a one-day game, it's a test game. So you need to be a little bit of patient. And also, as I mentioned, that if you want more of premium types of education, these kind of things, anyone want to learn more about it, speed up your process, I would say that instead of losing money, invest on your education, progress as a trader, and grow as a trader. As I mentioned, the trading has given me freedom, and it's a really good way to live a free life from the burden from financial difficulties. So yeah, it was a good time, and I will look forward to have a great trading week again. And there is, as you know, the back-to-back 5 days remaining for us, and we have seen gold made the first move as per the plan. Now it's time to execute the plan. So I will be on it until the end of the New York session. So make sure, guys, you stick to me in the channel. Either you are in VIP or not, make sure you join the free Telegram channel also, okay, for all the content that we are releasing. Also in the free Telegram channel, all the education is given. Sometimes I share my ideas also. And anyone looking for a regulated broker, also link in the description area for EverTrade. You can join EverTrade using our link. You will be entitled to have a bonus out of that. So with that said, thank you very much. I'll see you again in the New York session in this live. So thank you. So you and Lexman, euro dollar. Okay, looking at euro dollar. Yeah, euro dollar to me is now going up for a pullback. Okay, on a pullback we'll look for selling opportunity. Let's see, looks like that initially it has a drop, and euro dollar, what I think that now the price might be going up and test this gap again, and finally we could see that euro dollar is coming to the daily 20 EMA. But any movement to the upside, I'll look for potential selling opportunity. As you can see, this is a very important area on euro dollar. I'll stick to it for a selling opportunity. As soon as I will find that, I'll send it to the students, and also I'll be trading in my account. So with that said, thank you, and it was a good time with you guys. So make sure that you manage your risk when you trade, and stay well, stay happy. I'll see you in New York.